Hello everybody. Welcome to the subject electromagnetic waves and transmission lines. In this video we are going to solve one problem which is related to reflection and transmission by a plane wave at normal instance. So this is a problem statement given in free space, that is z less than 0 plane, a plane wave with an instant magnetic field which is given as 10 cos of 10 to the power of 8 t minus beta z along ax direction, whose units are milliamperes per meter, is incident normally on a lossless medium in a region z greater than 0 plane. And the medium constants are given like this. Permittivity of the lossless medium is epsilon is equal to 2 epsilon naught, and permeability of the medium 2 is mu is equal to 8 mu naught. Now we have to determine the reflected wave, field strengths of the reflected waves and a transmitted wave. So here I have considered medium 1 as a free space and medium 2 as a lossless dielectric medium. So medium 1 lies in z less than or equal to 0 plane, and medium 2 lies in z greater than or equal to 0 plane. So the medium constants of medium 1 is mu naught and epsilon naught because it is a free space. And lossless dielectric medium, the constants are given like this: 8 mu naught and 2 epsilon naught. And the field strength of the incident wave is denoted by EI and HI, and field strength of the reflected waves are given as ER and HR, and the field strength of the transmitted wave is given as ET and HT. So here the given data, according to the given expression, the incident wave is equal to 10 cos of 10 to the power of 8 t minus beta z, where the field intensity, magnetic field intensity is along positive x direction, and the wave propagation here given, that is beta z, z represents the wave, the incident wave is traveling along positive z direction with a phase constant of beta. Okay, so now let me determine few constants of the medium. So in free space, the phase constant is denoted by beta 1, which is given as omega by c. So from this expression, omega is nothing but equal to 10 to the power of 8, and c is the velocity of the wave propagating through the free space medium, which is equal to velocity of light. Now substitute the value of c, 3, which is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8. So the phase constant of the wave in medium 1 is 1 by 3. Since medium 1 is a free space, so the free space impedance here is the impedance of the medium 1 is denoted by eta 1, which is equal to free space impedance, which is equal to 125. Now coming to for a lossless dielectric medium, the phase constant beta is given as, because it's a lossless dielectric medium, the phase constant is given as omega into root of mu into epsilon. So substitute the values for mu and epsilon, you get omega root of mu naught epsilon naught into root 16. So this root of mu naught into epsilon naught is nothing but it is 1 by free space velocity, which is equal to 1 by free space velocity. So I replaced this root of mu naught c naught by 1 by c. So 1 omega by c root 16. So from this expression, omega is equal to 10 to the power of 8 and c is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 into root 16 is 4. So it's beta 2 is 4 by 3. And the wave impedance in the lossless dielectric medium, that is in the medium 2, is eta 2. Since it's a lossless dielectric medium, which is wave impedance is given as root of mu by epsilon naught, which will be equal to 2 eta naught. So he has given in the problem, it has been given magnetic field strength of the incident wave, and we can calculate the electric field strength of the incident wave. Let me assume that the electric field strength of the incident wave is EI is equal to EI naught cos of 10 to the power of 8 t minus beta 1 z, which is along minus AY direction. Why I have taken electric field strength is along y direction is, here according to the given data, the wave is propagating along z direction and the magnetic field strength is along x direction. That means the electric field should be perpendicular to both uh, direction of wave propagation and the magnetic field. So if you take the cross product, ax cross ay will be equal to minus ay. That means the electric field strength of the incident wave is along negative y direction. So in order to calculate the magnitude of the uh, field strength of the incident wave, we have the relation that magnitude of the electric field strength is equal to eta 1 into hi. So where eta 1 is given as, which is equal to eta naught, and the magnitude of the magnetic field strength is 10. So the magnitude of the electric field strength of the incident wave is given as 10 into eta naught. So finally the electric field strength of the incident wave is given, ei is equal to minus 10 eta naught cos of 10 to the power of 8t minus beta 1 z into ay. These units are, actually this is millivolts per meter, because here the mistake has been done. Here the magnetic field strength unit is milliamperes per meter, so the incident electric field strength also will be coming as millivolts per meter. Okay, so now we have to find out the reflected waves. So in order to calculate ER and HR values, first we have to consider the expression for reflection coefficient for normal incidence. So reflection coefficient is nothing but is the ratio of reflected wave to that of incident wave. For normal incidence, its value is nothing but equal to eta 2 minus eta 1 by eta 2 plus eta 1. So ER by ER naught by EI naught will be equal to eta 2 is obtained as 2 eta naught, and eta 1 is nothing but equal to eta. So substituting the values for this, you get 1 by 3, where the reflected magnitude of the reflected wave will be equal to 1 by 3 into magnitude of the incident wave. So thus the reflected wave can be represented as ER is equal to ER naught cos of omega t plus beta 1 z along AY direction. See here, when the wave is incident normally to the interface, so the wave will be reflected back into the same medium but in opposite direction to that of incident wave. So therefore the phase of the reflected wave and the incident wave will be 180 degrees out of phase. So that's why I put a plus sign here. Okay, so now substitute the value of ER naught, which is equal to 1 by 3 into EI naught cos of 10 to the power of 8t plus 1 by 3 z along AY direction, positive y direction. So you can see here, but EI naught is nothing but equal to how much? Minus 10 eta naught, the magnitude of incident electric field. I substituted this. So this is the reflected wave, electric field strength of the reflected wave. And now you can easily obtain the magnetic field strength of the reflected wave by using this relation. HR is equal to ER by eta naught. So you get this expression. So we obtain the reflected wave component. Now let us calculate the transmitted wave components ET and HT. Okay, so because the reflected wave is traveling along positive z direction, there will be no change in the direction of the electric field. So the direction of the electric field of the incident wave is same as the direction of the electric field of the transmitted wave. So I have taken ET is equal to ET naught cos of 10 to the power of 8 minus beta 2 z, because it is propagating the second medium. Instead of beta 1, taken beta 2 along negative y direction. So in order to calculate this magnitude of the transmitted wave, and just considering a expression of transmission coefficient, which is given as the ratio of transmitted wave to that of incident wave, which is equal to 2 eta 2 by eta 2 plus eta 1, where the magnitude of the electric field strength of the transmitted wave is equal to EI naught into 2 eta 2 by eta 2 plus eta 1. Substitute the values of EI naught, eta 2 and eta 1. You get finally ET naught is equal to 40 by 3 into eta naught. So therefore the electric field strength of the transmitted wave is given like this. Okay, minus 40 by 3 eta naught cos of 10 to the power of 8t minus 4 by 3 z along AY direction. So by using the same relation where Et by eta naught becomes from which it becomes magnetic field strength of the transmitted wave, which is given like this. Okay, thank you.